Get a win on the road, had to kind of milk it and work it there at the end. Is that just another step in the process for you guys?
Well, I think it's just part of the game. When you say milk it at the end, it was a very good strategic game, which was fun to have your brain think a little bit. Didn't have to do that for a while. And, there's a lot of decision making going and changed our strategy quickly when he took those 3 timeouts as fast as he did against us. So it was a good win, though. Trying to digest the whole question there and get back to the strategy.
Is it good to have the players go through that and kind of experience
absolutely. It? Yeah, absolutely, because we've been on the only side of the fence we've been on is getting pummeled, or we had a good opening first game, so being in that situation and to test their resolve and their strength and see how their mindset is, I thought was very, very good.
You just talk a little bit about enjoying this bye week, but you got a couple of days, and then you move toward K-State. Just the how you approach this week and kind of give the guys a break mentally, maybe for a couple of days to kind of refresh them.
Yeah, Dan, that's why I'm smiling at you. Refreshing them. I'm going to need to refresh. We were back in here. The bus got in at 3:30, 4 o'clock. We were here at 7 on Sunday morning, 7:30, and we're treating today just like we're playing this week. And then we're going to practice the next 2 days. And then, I made a comment today at one of the things, go ask my wife what a bye week's like. Then Thursday night we take off and go recruiting for a couple of days and then get right back into the game week on Sunday. So the players have some time off. Yes, they do.
And they push the reset button. What's the attitude with these guys? 2-0, first time since 2007 that a Bears team has started like this. And
I think their attitude's great because it's winning. I don't look back at the 2007. That's you guys' jobs as historians. And honestly, when I woke up Sunday morning, this game was behind me. I'm trying to do a better job of enjoying myself on 24 hours, but the last thing I said before we went over to the TV show was 24-hour rule was in effect. When they wake up today, that game better be past them, and they better be thinking about and dwelling about and worrying about the next game. So I'm a 24-hour guy.
The film show anything new that wasn't obvious on Saturday night for you?
Well, there's a lot of things because you see the little part of the nitty-gritty on how we can do a better job coaching. I think we have to do a better job at the point of attack, both offensively and defensively. I think we're doing a great job of effort, and I think we're doing a great job of sealing plays away. So we got to do a better job at the point of attack. But I think our plans in place of going forward is really encouraging. I think the coordinators are doing a great job putting game plans together. It's really refreshing because when you make a change like we did, it's refreshing to have all the coaches on the same page too, because all of us have to learn each other as we go through this. With Yoakley with his defensive staff, and now Mac and Clough with his staff, and everybody helps Coach Kramer with special teams. So we all know each other. It's a whole nother year bit later, and we do practice plans, we do everything. It's like, okay, we're going to do this. Okay, and everybody knows what we're talking about instead of having to go to every little detail because, as you guys know, and our players definitely know, we're very much an attention to detail type of program.
The penalty situation, is that, you've got 2 weeks. Is that one of the emphasis things that maybe hit a couple, 3 or 4 or 5 times?
Well, the thing is that, and I'm not trying to take away from, I hate penalties, okay? It's discipline, it's attention to detail, to answer Jim's question, and some of them are phantom calls that it was a game where, and I'm not trying to stick up for our kids, there was 30 penalties in that football game. They called 30 penalties, and we had 12 for whatever. They actually called 15 on us, and they declined 3 of them. There's a situation there at the end of the clock, so 15, 12, it's way too many. We need to be in way low single digits, 2, 3, 4 a game. But some of those are just phantom calls. So I think it's discipline. I think it's putting yourself in fundamental position correctly. I think it's focus when you have legal procedures or illegal formations. That's just attention to detail and stuff. Defensively speaking, it's watch the ball, not go on cadence. It's just discipline. So we have to clean up the discipline.
Most of the time, guys are looking forward to that bye, get a little rest, but with you guys playing as well as you are, do you feel like your team is itching to get back out there on the field?
I hope. They're kids, and I hope they're itching to get back on the field. I think they're enjoying their moments, but they also enjoy getting a little away from it and stuff. And I think it's going to be very good for them to do that and be refreshed because we start a 9-week journey here coming up. So I think it's going to be really good and important for them to get away and get a breath of fresh air. I think it's kind of really cool. Like the coaches will be out recruiting for a couple of days. Some kids, local kids, especially the in-state kids, it's fun to kind of go back and watch their, Bruce Springsteen, glory days, and go back to their high school and all that stuff. So I think it's really great. And we'll be out of the high school games on Thursday and Friday night. So I think they need to go recharge a little bit.
I think the expression is winning breeds winning. I mean, do you feel like that these guys learning how to win in a close game last week will help them in the long run?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I can't speak for them, but, I hate losing more than I like winning, because when the game's over for me, I go on to the next game. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing like winning locker room. Trust me. So I hope it breeds winning, but what I think hopefully it breeds for our young men is that they're trusting in the plan, number one, and number two, they're trusting in the plan, but feeling fun about winning, that it keeps their confidence level. That's the word I was looking for. Their confidence is feeling better about themselves and the plan, and you win, you feel good about yourself, and that's great, and I think our kids need that.